Yo, what is good and welcome back. It is Astro, and today we are watching Kevin De Bruyne ranks the best Premier League defenders. I'm starting to miss Kevin De Bruyne because he's one of my favorite Premier League midfielders. You know, and let's see how he ranks the other ones. It's good.
5.
There we got KDB.
This is KDB ranks. As you can see, between me and Kevin, we have got the world's biggest whiteboard. No expense spared with this one today, Kev. We've got one, we've got a two, we've got a three on there. I've got a number of different categories in front of me. You're going to place 3 items on the board in those categories in order, from top to bottom.
Okay. Okay.
We're going straight away with your
This is only
favourite
3?
legendary midfielders. We've got Iniesta,
dang.
we've got Modric, and we've got Zizou, Zinedine Zidane.
Oh, man.
That's not fair, is it?
It's a very tough one.
I know. You see, I'm not even
very
gonna do this
impossible.
one. I was thinking about. Oh, look,
Zizou.
I was thinking about ranking, but you know
Luka,
what? This is my
and
order.
Iniesta.
I put it in
No,
the
this is
same
hard
order
because These
too.
are 3 of the greatest midfielders the game has ever seen. Why have we
But
gone
I,
Zizou at number 1?
I like Modric. Modric is actually one of my favorite midfielders too. Him and Toni Kroos, bro. I don't know. I just like the way they play, the play make. You know what I'm saying?
Back in the day, it was, football was pure, and I liked the joy and, the improvisation. It was just so nice.
Like, bro, a lot of players don't do that now. Like Kevin De Bruyne, bro, he's got a real life Sharingan basically, which I think is kind of like I think it's tough. That's why he's one of my favorites. But
And you've got Luka at number 2,
Yeah.
who's still doing it, still
Yeah.
cutting it at the top level for Madrid at 37.
Yeah.
That's remarkable.
I think Modric and Iniesta are so similar for me, like player-wise. I could swap them.
no, I
either
haven't got a
way.
chance
Absolutely.
to like
These are
actually
3 of the best
watch.
midfielders
I watched
the
Modric
world has
more
ever seen.
than I've watched
It's
Iniesta.
Next up, we've got the toughest atmospheres in the Premier League. We've got St James's Park, Newcastle, we've got Anfield, and we've got the Emirates. Ooh,
Oh, Newcastle, Liverpool.
okay. I think that'll shock a few people. St James's Park at number 1.
Even when it was not going well, the atmosphere was still quite good. I think for Liverpool, I saw a difference when it's like, obviously it's always a big game between us, but I feel there's a difference when it's like Champions League or a night game.
Special night.
Then if you play a 12 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah.
And I feel these two are a bigger atmosphere than Arsenal. I feel like last year was much better, but obviously it's been tough for them the years before, so it was a little bit less. So I would say this.
I was going to ask you about Arsenal last season because obviously an amazing season on the pitch, but it felt like off the field the atmosphere was by far and away
there's
the
much
best
more
it's been.
positivity.
Yeah.
I think there was a moment when we played the League Cup, and then 3 days later we played against them at home. It was like icy, and there was nobody in the stadium, and it was really negative at the time. So there's been a big change. So, but that's good for them, obviously.
Okay, next up we've got your favourite creator to watch in the Premier League. Now you can't pick yourself, Kev. I was going to put you down here, but these are 3 of the best creative
'cause
midfielders in the league. We've got
KDB
Martin Odegaard, James Maddison, and Bruno.
Oh, Madison. He's actually doing better than I thought this season. I'm
Okay,
not gonna
we've
lie.
gone Bruno number 1. Why have we gone Bruno number 1? Is that output related?
I think he's a creative machine. You know, just in general. I think Odegaard is very creative, but he's a little bit more controlled.
But
And
yeah,
then
comparing out
Maddison
of
is
these two
also
is
really
like,
creative, but
you know what
I
I'm
need to
saying?
see more of him in a big
kinda
team,
hard.
so that can change. So
They're
that's why I
all
put him
good
number 3.
players.
Yeah, you
but
talk about him being a
Odegaard
creative
and
machine.
Fernandes.
I mean, do you think it's almost underrated some of Bruno's creativity at Manchester United because they haven't had the best of times, some games, but he's always there and about.
Being creative has a lot of different.
I'm not gonna lie, like Bruno Fernandes low-key been selling me in my Premier League fantasy team. So I don't know, bruh. I don't know. Odegaard's doing better on my fantasy team, bruh. Like I'm gonna need Bruno Fernandes to lock in and give me some points, bruh. But he's on Man U. Man U's got some internal problems. I feel bad for all the Manchester United fans. I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad.
Things around
They're
it.
going through it right
creating
now.
chances,
Same with
but also
Chelsea.
sometimes you can give somebody a ball and he shoots from 30 meters. It's also creating. So it's always different, but I think, he's always there. He takes a lot of risks also, and I like it. And obviously he's been doing really well. So, but You know, it's so
Three
short.
tough choices.
Yeah, he's been doing it also a long time. I feel Odegaard was amazing last year, but obviously he's younger, so there's a difference in that.
Teammates here, haircuts time. We've got Jack Grealish, Erling Haaland, and Blonde Phil, back in the days when he went platinum. Kev, your favourite of the three?
Right, a
My
haircut.
favorite. I don't mind Jack's hair. I just don't like it like this. But
With the bow?
that's when he's playing,
Yeah.
you know. So he does it really different when he's not. So with the bow, I'm gonna put him.
Push back.
Go
in middle.
Sorry.
Erling, number one.
Sorry, Phil.
Sorry, Phil. What?
Yeah,
when you
bro.
saw this, what
Haaland's
was
got the
It's
Goldilocks,
just
bro.
English trim, isn't it?
it is though, isn't it? It is a proper English.
When you go to Stockport, you see everybody like
literally,
this.
it's so true. You go up at Manchester Piccadilly, you see this haircut everywhere. Jack, so during the game, not so much, but how long does Jack spend when he's in the dressing room cultivating the trim, you know, when he goes out in the cameras?
No, actually not that much, you know.
Really?
Yeah, I think he does like 5 minutes maybe.
Okay, not too bad. And then we've got Luscious Locks himself, Erling.
Yeah.
I mean, when the
Mr.
hairband came off last
Goldilocks.
season, was it against Arsenal, I think? He
Arsenal,
scored the
I
goal.
think, Yeah.
I mean, that was a moment.
Takes a long time to grow that.
Yeah, I
back.
remember that game.
Next up, we've got central
got clapped.
defenders.
Arsenal
We've
got
got three
clapped.
of the toughest centre-backs in the league. We've got Thiago Silva, Virgil van Dijk, and Lisandro Martinez. From your personal point of view, who was the hardest to play against?
Van Dijk, Thiago, and
No messing about with Virgil, number one.
he is a physical
He's got
dude,
everything.
bro.
You know.
And he's tall.
Obviously, I know him
Like-
well, but you know, he's got right foot, left foot, speed, height. You know, he's a leader. Thiago also, he's amazing. But I just think that Virgil's got that little bit more. And Lisandro, he's a good player, but I just don't
That's
know him
still
well
good
enough.
that like Thiago Silva is still playing at a high level. You know what I'm saying? Given like his age, you know, like he's slow. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's slow, but you know what I'm saying? He's still
Yeah.
a great
I can't
defender.
Really
Not seen enough of him in the
not
Premier League.
seen him enough, and I only played against him once or twice, so it's hard to say where I see this. I played against him, or I've seen him play when he was at Milan, and I played against him at PSG. So he's been there for 20 years. So what a career he is.
Okay, next up, we've got three potential future Ballon d'Or winners here. We've got
Okay.
Erling, we've got Vinny, and we've got Kylian. Who do you think is going to win the Ballon d'Or first?
Well, first I'm gonna put
First.
Erling there.
Vinny had an amazing
I'm
season
gonna put
last year.
Vinny second now, and Mbappe.
Wow. Why
You know, Mbappe needs to leave PSG. I'm not gonna lie. Like all these rumors about him going to Madrid, like he should have already been at Madrid already. I don't know why he's like, I don't know what's going on, bro. They lost to Newcastle in a group stage. I know it's a group stage, but still.
Gone for that.
Because I don't know what's happening this year with him.
Yeah, what's
so I
gonna
have
happen?
no idea. You know, I think it's also harder for him to win it in PSG.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
true,
if
bro.
the rumors he goes to Madrid, then maybe I'll put him first or something.
Yeah.
And Erling, because obviously he's one of the. He's got a chance. to
Like
win it.
Bellingham might actually overtake. Like if Bellingham was in this conversation, he'd probably be over Mbappe right now.
You think he should win it this year?
I think he
Actually,
can.
okay,
I think
nah,
he
let me
can,
chill
but
out. It's been a
obviously
couple
all about
games.
perception, so
It's
in
been-
the
it's been a
end, there's
couple
nothing
games,
you
bro.
can change about that.
And Lionel Messi still floating around.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, final one then is all about your favourite title. Now, you've won 5 in the Premier League, treble. We've also picked out 21-22, the Villa moment, and we've picked out 17-18 Centurions. It's a tough call, this one.
Yeah.
But it's
But this
personal
is
preference
this is
again.
just Premier League, isn't it?
This is just Premier League, so...
Okay.
Wow. That, to me, is a big old shock. Why have you gone for that order? Because I thought treble would be
Yeah,
nailed
but
on one.
I'm just looking at Premier Leagues. That game is the most.
You know why? It's because the comp was too easy. They almost won 4. Almost won 4, which is actually crazy.
There's no hype game I've ever been involved in.
Yeah.
I was all over the place afterwards. Doing the 100 points in the last day of the season was so special.
Yeah.
Obviously, we won the
100
league
points,
last year, but it wasn't the same
yeah.
sentiment
Yeah.
than we had with this two. Obviously, in the end, you know, winning the treble is a different meaning. But I'm just looking at Premier Leagues, and that it's just the game that did it.
Talk to
for
us
me.
about that game then, because
Oh.
emotional roller coaster for you?
Yeah, mentally it was so tough because we were 2-0 behind, not really playing bad, but that obviously Villa scored, and then once we scored one, it just flipped.
Yeah.
And the stadium was so loud. I never heard something in my life like this. It's a little bit similar than when Kun scored that goal.
Dude,
obviously,
that was crazy.
a
That was
little
a
bit
crazy
before, but it's
time when
similar
Liverpool
situation, so it
and
was
Man
just,
City were
you know,
like this,
crying
bro.
and
They were
everything. It's
just
like, even when the
Man.
game was over and you know, I was just standing in the middle. I just got swarmed by so many supporters. I was like, oh, what is happening here?
Got you off the pitch safely though.
Yeah.
Kev. So we're going for that one, the Aston Villa moment. Centurions coming in second
Yep.
because, you know, it was away from home as well, wasn't it? I think you got the
100
final
points is a big deal. You know, it's so
100
hard
points
to
a
get that
second.
many points, and you know, it was the first one, so it was pretty amazing.
There we go. That was KDB ranks, Kev. Thanks so much.
Cheers.
See you soon, man.
Thank you very much.
That was Kevin De Bruyne ranking the best midfielders in the Premier League. You know, I say all of his rankings are valid because, you know, he is in the league. He is watching everybody. What more can I say? If you truly enjoyed this video, just leave a like and subscribe, you know, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.